Good morning, students. This is lesson 3 of class 8 minerals, part 2. See, minerals are substances that are found deep under the earth and they have definite chemical composition. Right? That we have done earlier, that minerals have definite chemical composition and they are found deep under the earth. Okay, like iron, bauxite, mica, copper, limestone, gold, silver, diamond, zinc, lead, all these are minerals. These are found deep under the earth. But do you know these minerals are not evenly distributed in the earth? What does it mean? It means that there are some places where we found iron, like there are the places like Jharkhand, okay, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, where we found iron ore under the earth. There are very few places like in Karnataka, we get gold in the coal mines. Gold is not found everywhere. Gold is not found everywhere. It is only found in India. It is found in Karnataka's coal mine. Why this is so? Because these minerals are made due to natural processes that take thousands of years, and these have definite chemical composition and they want definite heat and pressure to form. So every mineral is not found everywhere. Okay, so they are not evenly distributed under the earth. Like today in this chart I am showing you, this is a chart of India. The very first chart belongs to India. In this you can see number 1 mineral is iron. Iron is found in Jharkhand. I have ticked it. Jharkhand. MP means Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Bauxite. Bauxite is also a mineral and that is found in column number 2, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Right? And third one is mica. It is found in Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan. Copper. Fourth one is copper. It is found in Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Next, limestone, chalk. It is found in Jharkhand. Rocks are found in Jharkhand. Okay, Odisha. O is for Odisha and Bihar. Gold. See, the gold is only found in Karnataka coal mines. That's why gold is very precious and it is costly too. It's expensive. Why? Because only at few places it is found. Like in India, it is found in Karnataka in coal mines only. And nowhere else. It's very rare. Last is salt, sea lake. Okay, sea lake or rocks, these are also minerals. Salt is found either in sea lakes or there are rocks of salt. Okay, if you will see the black table, the table I have written in black ink. This is the table of word. Minerals where it is found in the word. Like first mineral is iron. See, iron is found in Asia. Na means North America and last column is Antarctica. Lead. Lead is found in E for Europe and Australia. Okay. Zinc. Number 3 is zinc. Zinc is found in Asia and Europe and Australia. Okay, second last column is Australia. Copper. Copper is found in Asia, Europe, North America, Australia. Okay. Gold. Gold is found in North America, South America, Africa, Australia and Antarctica. Diamond. Diamonds are found in South America. SA means South America and Africa and Australia. Silver. Silver is mostly found in North America and South America. Okay, and this kind of table you can also make in your notebook. Now, third topic is conservation of minerals. We should conserve minerals. Conservation means saving of minerals. Okay, so we should save minerals for future. And conservation of minerals means saving of minerals. How we can save minerals? See, there are some conventional resources and non-conventional. The type is given. Okay, what do you mean by conventional? Conventional means that we are using it from a long time. Okay, traditionally we are using it from a long time. And non-conventional means that we can use them in future. Okay, conventional resources are like firewood, coal, petroleum, natural gas, hydel power. These resources are resources that are limited in number. Okay, their quantity is limited in nature, like coal, petrol. They are formed after thousands of years. After thousands of years under the earth. Coal is formed after thousands of years under the earth by natural processes. Okay, petrol is also. But when we use petrol and coal, what happened? That these minerals used up very fastly. We use it very fastly. But their consumption is very fast. Right? But their manufacturing means their time of production is very long. Okay, so when we are using petrol, natural gas in our buses, when we are using petrol in our scooters, right? So what is happening that these things are getting exhausted. Exhausted means ये खत्म हो रहे हैं, finish हो रहे हैं. So they are getting exhausted, and when they get exhaust, what we will do? How we will run our cars or buses? So we really need some alternative. Alternative means some solution to it. Okay? So we have non-conventional resources. Non-conventional resources means they are not traditional. We are not fully utilizing it. Okay? We are not using it in present. We will use them in future. Like solar energy. Solar energy is unlimited. Solar energy is unlimited. We can use it as much as we want. So we should use the electronic instruments, electronic devices that use solar energy, like solar cars, okay, solar cookers, okay, like this. So even street lights could be lit up by solar energy. Okay, second is non-conventional is wind power. These are alternate sources. These are unlimited renewable energies. It could be renewed again and again. Wind could be renewed again and again. From wind power, you can run windmill and you can use that wind for other purposes also. So wind is renewable. It is unlimited. And these resources are pollution free. They do not cause any pollution. So they are very useful. Okay? Nuclear power. This is also a potential resource. We can use it in future. Nuclear power has immense energy. But right now we are not using it properly. Okay? At its fullest. So we should use it. Next is geothermal energy. Do you know Earth has heat, immense heat in it. We can use it for many purposes. We can run many our electronic devices by geothermal power. But we still need to exploit them. Okay, so this is geothermal energy. Next is tidal. Tidal energy means tides. Okay, that tides are kind of high waves in the sea. So their energy could be trapped to use in different purposes, for different purposes. Next is biogas. Do you know what is biogas? Biogas is the gas produced by the waste. Okay, like from cow dung or from waste, household waste, we can produce a gas that is called biogas. And what biogas can do? Biogas can lit up your lights in your home. Biogas could be used to cook food as a cooking gas. Okay, and do you know in Sweden trains are run by biogas? Sweden is a country that runs trains by biogas. They lit up their street lights by biogas. They run most of the electronic devices by biogas. So it is free of cost. It is pollution free, right? And it also utilizes the waste of the country, and it make the country neat and clean. Sweden is the most neat country, and it also produce energy that is pollution free. So biogas could be exploited for many other purposes. It should be used in India also, so that our waste will also get managed, and plus we also get the energy free of cost, and it would be pollution free also. And biogas is unlimited. Yes, there is unlimited cow dung, unlimited human waste, and household waste is there. So these are non-conventional resources that we should use it in future. Okay, and we should make more devices that uses these non-conventional resources, right? And that would be in favor of humanity, in favor of environment, in favor of our nation, right? Okay, so it must be clear to you. Hope you will revise this chapter and do make tables, these two tables in your notebook also. Thank you. Bye for now.